Splayed that booty out. 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 Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over.
All right, and welcome to We Like Dota League 2019 SOTA Sons of the Ancient versus MA Marco's Angels versus Maul. It's your boy Jubu with Tad. Tad, how you doing?
Oh, I am good. I apologize profusely for missing game one. I had other engagements, but I am twice as stoked to cast this game. Tell me, how did game one go?
You're definitely forgiven. However, you missed a classic bash, as both teams picked very fighty lineups.
Ooh,
and it definitely swung both ways throughout the whole game.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm hoping to see some more of that than this game. I love a fighting lineup. I'm looking forward to seeing a Pudge picked. Please show me some spicy hooks. First bands coming out, pretty standard. Night Stalker, Wraith King. Looking at Dota buff here, looks like Wraith King is played by White Rabbit. A lot of Wraith King play, so just probably a respect ban. And Pudge banned, as there are actually two Pudge spammers on the side of Marco's Angels.
The Pudge was out, and there were a decent amount of spicy hooks last game, as the Pudge was definitely not banned.
Grimstroke is a really interesting ban, and one that we don't see often. I think it should be higher priority for banning, given how effective it's been. So yeah, this is, I think, the first time I've actually seen him banned.
Grimstroke, a very, very strong support.
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty easy to deal with, but rarely do teams prioritize dealing with a Grimstroke.
Yeah, very easy to deal with, but if you don't deal with them, that soulbind thing is just devastating. Alright, first pick Lion. Solid pause 5. Let's have a look here.
Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to disconnected.
Oh, we got a disconnect here. They quick pick the Shadow Demon Invoker. They know what they want.
Great, they're back.
They ran the 4 Invoker last game.
Okay. So that's probably what we're going to be seeing here then, huh?
Yeah, Shadow Demon was banned out by Sons of the Ancient last game, so likely they have a pause 5 Super Demon.
Super Demon. Yeah, I really like Shadow Demon. Pretty good combos with Invoker if you can get a Banish into Meteor. It's pretty easy combo to hit. Banish into Sunstrike as well.
Absolutely.
Is Cosmo their mid player?
Cosmo was their position 4 player last game. OG was the mid player.
Ah, I see.
Or no, sorry. Yeah, the original OG JC Penny.
OG JCP.
All right, so we're looking for second pick here from first Sons of Ancient. I believe this is going to be their 4. That is...
Could be. It's a flex pick, right? You could do anything with that Wind Ranger.
Absolutely. That's a huge flex pick.
I'm looking at Captain Sleepy Paws. Again, very adorable name. And it looks like he mostly plays 4 heroes, so that might be a pause for Windy.
What do you think about a position for a Wind Ranger?
I
10 seconds
don't
remaining.
think it's super effective personally. I think you really need the levels to
5
become
seconds
effective.
remaining.
And as a 4, you really don't get that. You have to have like on-point shackle shots, but against a team that is prepared for it, they just won't let themselves get easily shackled. Whereas if you've got the farm, you can set yourself up with just a blink shackle.
Absolutely. And with the Shadow Demon on the side of Marco's Angel, some of those shackle shots may be useless.
Yeah, exactly. You shackle him, and then he's like, "Nope, time to go to the Nether Realm."
So Bristleback being banned out on SOTA. They did this last game as well. It's something they don't want to see.
I wonder. It looks like Ronan Swanson is a silencer spammer. So did we see silencer last game?
We did not see Silencer last game.
Maybe it'll come out this game with a mid silencer. Yeah, Dotabuff is showing him as having played 25 games in the last, well, I don't know, little while on him.
So Ronan Swanson last time played the 4 Invoker.
Played the 4 Invoker. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So this is what I'm kind of hoping, and you know what? I'm gonna be wrong, so don't give me my dollar. This is not my official prediction.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This Invoker was a 4 last time. It's gonna be a 2 this time.
Oh, they're throwing the mix-up.
It's not gonna happen, but like I think that would be a genius drafting strategy.
That is a pretty spicy mix-up, because then you just pick your 4 last, and you get like a nice perfect counter, like a Spear Breaker or something if they got. Oh, Enigma.
Whoa.
Have not seen him in all of WLDL.
Absolutely. So this is the first for Enigma. I do declare.
I do declare. We've been seeing a lot of Clockwork. I'm a huge fan of this pickup. Super strong against Enigma. Also, not that great against Shadow Demon, actually, but pretty decent against the Invoker. You hook cogs, and even if he's invis, he's stuck in those cogs. Silencer got banned out anyhow.
Remaining.
Oh, by Marco's Angels. That's interesting.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess, yeah, if you're going to go ahead and pick an Enigma, you want to ban that Silencer. What do we got? Actually, no team's really burning any reserve time this game. They know what they want to do, and they are executing it. This is a pretty classic draft coming out from Marco's Angels. Like an Invoker Enigma Shadow Demon? It's like an old Dota draft. After a rapid fire first 2 rounds of picks and bans, they are really cooking this last phase pick here. Or it's not even the last phase pick. It's a second from last phase pick. Come on, Marco. Do you know which one is Marco? Because I have no idea. Oh, it looks like I lost my co-caster. I just seen him pop back into Steam, so I think his internet might have died. He will be unable to tell me who Marco is. It's possible the Marco's Angels are AFK, and that's why they haven't picked this hero yet.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Sven. Ooh. I don't know if I really like Sven against a Wind Ranger. I guess it depends what position that Wind Ranger plays in, but they have plenty of tools to deal with Sven already. And this is a kind of a greedy lineup. Sven wants the jungle. Enigma wants at least some of that jungle to get items, depending on what position he's playing. And Invoker, if he goes Midas, is pretty money hungry too.
5 seconds remaining.
Still a minute and a half of reserve time for Sons of the Ancient, so they're in no rush to.
Dire team ban.
But they're not going to burn it. They go for the Bloodseeker. Bloodright quite strong against Enigma up until that BKB comes online. You could shut it down from a good distance away. They actually have a ton of tools to deal with the black hole, so Enigma's got to be super careful where he's going to choose to position these.
Absolutely.
Hello,
sorry about the
back.
drop there. So there's a rainstorm, or there's a storm where I am right now. So the internet, or my power went down for a second.
Oof. I just assumed that your pizza had arrived and you unceremoniously
I
left.
wish. I could use some carbs right now. So I'm just loading into game. I'll see what we got going here.
Yep. We have
So what
a-
are you thinking about these lineups?
We have a Sven pick and on the side of Sons of the Ancient, the Bloodseeker. I think I like the draft at this point of SotA more because they have so many tools to deal with this black hole. And when you pick an Enigma, you kind of end up playing around the black hole no matter what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So with all these tools to disable black hole, I think I like the draft on Sons of the Ancient side better. Also,
10
Bloodseeker
seconds
pretty strong
remaining.
against Invoker, given that Thirst gives you Invis Vision.
5 seconds
Absolutely.
remaining.
So Sven last game was played by the guy whose name I can't see right now. Am I
Gabby.
right? No, it was Old Spice. Sorry.
Old Spice.
Old Spice played Sven last game, and he absolutely rocked it, or they absolutely rocked it.
I was mentioning earlier that I think this lineup might be a bit greedy. Enigma, Invoker, Sven, they all want a fair amount of money. So I think they're going to have to go for, if this is indeed a pause 4, actually, if this is a pause 4 Invoker, then my criticism is invalid. I'm assuming this is a position. So we'll have to see what this last pick comes out as being.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is their pause. Their pause for Invoker. I have a feeling.
Okay. So you're not
Due
going
to
to
the
bet that
fact
dollar,
also.
huh? All right.
Well,
hit
no,
me
definitely
with your
not gonna
mid
bet the
predictions
dollar.
here. Hit me with your mid predictions for our $1 bet.
So if
Or your
oh
final
boy.
pick, last pick predictions.
Last pick prediction for on the side of on the side of SOTA because I have no time. It's last time they went Necros. It's not gonna be Necros. The Storm got
I'm
banned out.
saying
That was my
Chaos
prediction.
Knight.
CK?
I'm saying they're going to pick up Chaos Knight here.
Are you a psychopath?
Yep, I'm a psychopath. They're going to pick Knight of Chaos.
It's hard. You got to pick somebody I think a little tank. Maybe a Monkey
10
King.
seconds remaining.
Maybe a Monkey King. On
5 seconds
SOTA
remaining.
though, I need to look at my heroes. I don't have any time, but
I think CK does work here.
what I want to see is a Lesh. I think.
Leshrac. That would really snowball a lot better than CK if they're going for that early mid game fighting build, which you could be with a Clock Lion Windy. Bloodseeker does need that Radiance though to really come online. So he's not really a super early mid game hero. He's more the late mid game.
Yeah, I prefer Bloodseeker as the one, as your carry farming. As a mid Bloodseeker, that's just all they have to do is TP out. Like, and
That's true.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Nah, where I was horribly wrong.
that's a mid Lion or
Yeah.
a mid Windy.
Or a mid Wyvern.
In what world?
Yeah,
You know what? I
what?
would love to see it. I think that's a mid Wind Ranger, 5 Lion, 4 WW, and then a 3 Clock.
Yeah,
10
that makes sense.
remaining.
That's a solid lane. Skywrath.
Skywrath.
Choose your hero.
So
Ooh, look at that Invoker's outfit. Whew.
I know it's
Oh my
dope.
God,
However,
these skins.
that's the naked of it.
Oh, I'm losing you a bit. 1 second. All right, let's see if
Oh,
that fixed it.
good.
Okay, let's try that. I have to turn off
So-
open mic for the duration of the draft, like this part, and then getting into the game, or else the audio just dies.
Mm.
So my apologies. The OG JC Penny was their mid player. Is that what you said?
Yes, OG
So
is
it's
their
gonna
mid
be a
player.
Skywrath mid and Ronan on the 4 Invoker. Draft.
Uh,
Quick skin draft. Quick to hat draft. Who's got the hat to beat?
I guess OTA on this one.
Yeah, look at you. Anytime you get that line with all the immortals, I love that clock outfit too, and the Wyvern's got the fancy helm. Although Marco's Angels definitely like no slouches. They've got some fancy skins in there. They've got the isn't that the Sven from the quest over the TI battle pass? You have to like get deep in
Yes.
there. Yeah, okay.
The one thing I didn't get this year is that
The winter coat to Vegeta Invoker. I hate Vegeta Invoker.
Vegeta Invoker. It's better than Little Kid Invoker. All right.
It's no Carl.
People love and hate Carl, that's for sure. Silence rocking that golden bird.
Yeah.
So-
That's, alright.
Looking at this is a 5 Wyvern.
You think so, huh?
Well, I believe so. Chef Stray played their 5 last game.
Fair enough. Yeah, you could always swoop it up, right? Oh, look at that Invoker hat. Oh, he changed.
Did he change his goddamn hat?
Baller.
Yo, you can't change cosmetics like
We can't
that.
Just change them after we judge them.
What the fuck? Look at this guy. All right. Starting with the Radiant, some introductions. We got White Rabbit on the Bloodseeker. We got Chef Stray on our Winter Wyvern. We got Silence on the Windy Girl, the Ranger. We got Papa Zen rocking that clockwork. We got we got Captain Sleepy Paws rocking the Lion. We have
Fun fact, Captain Sleepypaw is still the best name in all of WLDL so far.
yeah, for sure. And then we have OG, the original JC Petty, on the Skywrath. We got Cosmo rocking that Enigma, first ever Enigma, I believe, in this bracket. We got Ronan Swanson on the Invoker.
Where is their regen?
Pardon?
Ronan has no regen, and Skywrath also has no regen. This is bold.
Welcome to the future, my friend. And then we got Old Spice on Sven, and then Waffle eats pancakes, rounding out the whole lineup with the Shadow Demon.
Waffle eats pancakes. I mean, I got some questions about that name.
I just want to say, Tad, I'm so happy you're here now that I don't have to control the camera.
Yeah, I'm sure it's tough to keep the non-stop stream of consciousness going. Looks like there's some aggression coming out from the Papa.
Oh! Just barely getting it. Eating the Stormbolt as well. What a flex for a bounty there, as Radiant are going to take all three this round.
Yeah, give that... Oh, they need to give the Clockwork those tips. That was the spiciest play as I've ever seen from Papa Zen.
The Stormbolt even landed. So looking at these teams, we have a Lion Clockwork combo, and then at bottom we have the Wyvern Bloodseeker for the Radiant. We have Enigma Invoker, which is interesting, and then Shadow Demon Sven. Ooh.
Yeah, these are all some pretty explosive lanes. There's definitely kill potential from all of them here. Shadow Demon can go down real quick. So can the Lion. Down bottom, Wyvern taking some harass from Ronan.
Definitely unorthodox off lane here for Marco's Angels.
I mean, they're two ranged heroes that do significant base damage, including the Eidolons. They can put a lot of harass on this Wyvern.
110.
That said, the Eidolons are going to be food for Ice Blast, like a Splinter Blast or whatever it's called. Once that get level 3.
Absolutely. So middle going about even right now, both same level. Let me go with my last hit denied so I can make sure I'm correct on that. Absolutely.
Absolutely, you are 4-2 to 4-0. Pretty dead even there.
Winter Wyvern right now, just to draw attention to that before all the fighting starts, is doing an amazing job right now of pulling and changing that equilibrium, as well as letting their Bloodseeker get solo experience.
It's always nice when you get that early level 3 as a safe laner, and you're up against a dual lane off lane. Oh, and he completes the pull through. Ronan's going to intercept though.
Beautiful. So the range creep's going to go as well.
Yeah,
so for people playing not 3K Dota, like below that, being a good position 5 is knowing when to leave your date. You're essentially a wingman. Your boy's talking to the pretty lady or dude in lane, and you need to know when to be there and when to back out.
And when to just get the hell out of it. Yeah, Chef Stray, allowing Bloodseeker to get that solo experience is really helpful when you're trying to farm up.
Absolutely, and the sooner that rupture comes up, the better. So up top, a little bit of action. Old Spice flexing on their offlane. Papa Zen gonna get the cogs and battery off. Captain Sleepy Paws, 3 more seconds on Earth Spike. Old Spice looking like they're gonna be able to walk away. However, the spike does come out. Papa Zen and Captain Sleepy Paws putting the hits on top of Old Spice. There's the slow. Cogs is about to be up. The salve was punched, and Papa Zen gonna use the cogs to turn off that salve.
Oh, wow. Those cogs have been super value so far for Papa Zen. 1 to steal the rune, and 2 to pop that salve. And this Captain Sleepy Paws immediately finding that ward as well. This is a slightly disheartening start for Marco's Angels in the safe lane.
Absolutely. Son of the Ancient hungry. If they lose this game, they are out. So they need to stick in it and force it to a 3rd game.
I hope it goes to game 3. I love sudden death situations.
I love high
stakes.
High stakes where I'm not involved.
Where I have no stake. I have no horse in this race.
Ooh. Up top, Shadow Demon putting a lot on this clockwork. That is 5 charges of Shadow Poison, so it's going to be 320 damage.
He's about to pop. Oh, there he goes.
And leaves it and pops his salve. Gonna say, meh, I'm Papa Zen, y'all. No worries. So mid going even currently. The Sven having 2 last hits on top of the Bloodseeker. It seems as though the Dire side. Where's the? Oh no, Shadow Demon is top. Sorry, I was like, did he go bottom? Is this Sven by himself?
Yeah,
But he was
looks like
just hiding in
cores
my
are,
purple streak.
the cores are managing to go pretty even here. As far as mid goes, they're going almost literally dead even. They're one deny like apart from each other currently. That said, Regen
Absolutely
coming onto JCPenney is gonna probably win
Oh.
this lane.
So last time, Silence did pick the Necrophos. I think the fact that the hero is kind of underpowered worked against them, against the Pugna. So this is definitely a redemption story for our boy Silence here.
Silence. Ah, yes, Silence 31-69.
So all lanes going back and forth here.
Wyvern's got this level 2 Splinter Blast now, so these Eidolons are in danger. If a couple of those land, that's just a bunch of money going to the Wyvern.
So Bounty Rune's about to come up here. Invoker not raid position, neither is Winter. Oh, Winter Wyvern's gonna throw the slow. They're gonna be able to pick up their Bounty Rune. Ronan has not left lane yet, as Captain Sleepy Paws picks up the Bounty Rune top as well, and it's looking like it might be 4 Bounty Runes going the way of the Radiants. Wow. As Lion's trying to get away from the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon throwing this poison. They don't have enough for another.
Papa Zen
No, they do have enough for more. Papa Zen showing what the battery's all, and the Winter Wyvern TPing top as well to pick up this Shadow Demon on the side of the Dire. In comes Sven, looking to pick up on Captain Sleepy Paws, but Captain Sleepy Paws is going to turn around, throw the spikes. Old Spice low on mana. They do have a mango if they need to turn around a Stormbolt, but Papa Zen just going to hang out in lane.
Just holding it together. Good job. Papa Zen coming in pretty clutch so far. Really allowing his offlane to win. That easy kill on Shadow Demon really sets the lane ahead.
So up top, Papa Zen going on Old Spice. Old Spice deciding they want to get away because this battery salt is too much. The creep wave is going to be on Papa Zen here as they keep punching Old Spice. Oh, they were looking to hit the cogs. They had 3 more seconds on middle, however. OG in a lot of trouble. Skywrath Mage being attacked by all 3 of these heroes on the Radiant side. Ronan Swanson going to come in with the quick tornado. And OG going to turn around, hoping to throw the stuff around. Chef Stray going to go up in the air. However, it's not going to be enough to drop OG. Lots of fighting so far.
Looks like OG, or the original OG JCPenney is going to be going Ato's first item and already has both crowns up and the talisman.
Wow.
Nice little rotation of the backpack there to get maximum value out of that shrine. Oh, looks like
Good
gonna
farm,
finds the Wyvern. Wyvern comes up to ward. They're gonna know that ward is there.
So it is a decent amount of information as White Rabbit goes under tower on top of Cosmo. They're eating a lot of tower hits. They're gonna drop the aggro and be able to get away. Ronan Swanson not wasting any mana.
I was gonna say, this is like the problem with Bloodseekers, that you ult somebody and he just TPs up, but he didn't even have ultimate yet. That's just Enigma just left. He's like, nope, I don't want to deal with this.
So both teams going pretty back and forth here. Say almost the same score as it was last time at 7 minutes. It was 1-0 last time. The Sven up top here, gonna go on Papa Zen, dropping those punches. The Stormbolt already came out. Papa Zen gonna be able to walk away using those cogs for zoning. Like I was saying, both teams at about the same point they were last game. Lots of fighting, however, not a lot of kills executed.
Yeah, lanes are going pretty even. Net worth diff right now is sub 500, 8 minutes, so no one's really taken off the game. That said, Wind Ranger and Bloodseeker are leading net worth charts. Bloodseeker looks like he's going to be going Midas first item.
Up top, Papa Zen in a lot of trouble, surrounded by 3 of the Dire heroes. Papa Zen gonna try to walk away. The EMP does come out, so no mana for any skills. Captain Sleepypaw's about to have their setup. They're gonna turn around. There's the Ravage. However, Papa Zen gonna drop the poison. The Wind Ranger is up here. Silence gonna throw the shackle too far away from the tree line. However, there's the hex from Captain Sleepypaws as the Wind Ranger's trying to focus fire, but was disarmed by the Invoker. Out comes the power shot. Out comes one more hit. Silence gonna pick up Old Spice as they're gonna trade one core for another. OG Penny just using their space bottom, trying to pick up or trying to get that Atos online as soon as possible.
This is a very fast Bloodseeker down here.
Lots of low heroes everywhere.
He's actually got a haste room, so mystery
oh,
solved.
never mind.
Mystery solved. I just
White
assumed
Rabbit.
he was thirsty, but he was hasted.
That he was hasted. Oh no, he was eating gemstones.
Looks like they're
So
gonna take the stack up here. Nice.
Committing 4 to it, however, as the Skyrock continues to farm middle. Okay, Silence gonna try to TP out. The Disruptor not gonna disrupt and keep them there. Let them go back to middle against OG, who's been getting pretty well free reign of this lane. Sven, no one able to really stop him from farming at this point.
Yeah, although Papa Zen has been doing his best to just bump him out of the last hits using these cogs. Oh, but this is
Okay,
looking
the
dangerous.
disrupt comes up. The poison is down. Old Spice looking to put that Storm Bolt down as all these illusions, all these creeps are beating it up on top of this poor Clockwork. He needs to dodge this next poison. Unfortunately, it's going to be enough to take him down as Waffle eats pancakes, grabs another kill.
Yeah, it looks like Waffle Eats Pancakes is specking into the poison. It's gone 1-1-2.
So lots of damage. If they do get the Soul Catcher on there, it's even more intense.
No doubt. The Skywrath is getting close to his Atos. I'm watching.
So again, Enigma gonna be able to TP out, well, for the first time as Rupture comes out.
For you kids at home, carry TPs. Use protection against Bloodseeker.
So Skywrath and Invoker are down here. The Bloodseeker not too worried though. They do know that they exist. Windranger coming in trying to get the rune. However, Skywrath is going to be able to get that in the bottle. Bloodseeker walking on river a little bit here. It's kind of spooky for Bloodseeker. Out comes the damage from the Skywrath, and Ronan Swanson gonna throw a deafening blast. It does push him a little bit far away. White Rabbit gonna try to get to the shrine. However, the Skywrath just launching those arcane bolts.
Yeah, level 4 arcane bolt. It does hella damage, especially when you're a Bloodseeker with no magic resist. They're gonna need a pipe up for sure, coming out from probably Clockwork.
So Bloodseeker aiming to go the Midas route, not bad.
Almost has it. It is 10 minutes, but also went full phase boots first, so that's not bad timing for full phase Midas.
Absolutely.
That
So the
dap
Wind
is gonna
Ranger,
put him back, though.
Wind Ranger going for Maelstrom, Clockwork rushing Blade Mail. On the side of the Dire, the Enigma's rushing for Blink. Invoker looking to grab a Mana Stone here. The Atos is up on Skywrath.
No, this is scary. Wind Ranger is like a dead target as soon as Atos hits her.
I think, yeah, it's definitely a game of who hits who first, right? If the Shackle hits Skywrath, Skywrath's gonna melt. If Skywrath hits them with the Silence Atos,
Well,
they're gonna melt.
Atos is a targeted ability that with a very long range. It's pretty hard to
Absolutely, as the Radiant are going to try to wrap on the Dire side here. The Rupture does come out on Cosmo. On top of the Silence, the Atos and the ulti coming out by Skywrath. However, Bloodseeker going to be able to run away. Invoker drains everybody's mana. Silence coming in with the Focus Fire. Cosmo going to drop the Black Hole on top of Silence. Silence is going to win run. However, going to go down to the Arcane Bolt. Chef Stray still kind of in. Papa Zen looking for the hook. However, they're just going to catch an illusion. They're going to have to back up as the Skywrath in the back is hitting that bottle.
Now that was an unfortunate interaction. Winter's Curse came on to the, who was it, the Invoker? And then Lion ulted one of the attacking targets. That was damage, which means that nothing happened. Very sad day.
Very unfortunate turn of events for the Radiant side. However, they did pick up a kill, did they not?
They did.
No. Oh no.
No, they did. They picked up the Enigma.
Yes, they picked up the Enigma. Okay, perfect.
Enigma getting close to that blink, but 3 minutes on Black Hole.
It's definitely a spell that needs some looking at.
Yeah, now Old Spice almost at a blink. They're gonna have 2 blinks at roughly the same time here.
Someone better help Dire's middle
It's
tower.
gonna look scary. Blade Mail is gonna be first item for Clockwork. Someone's gotta pick up a pipe.
Old Spice definitely knowing how to use that Sven, and when given the space, you don't want somebody on one of their comfort heroes to get what they need to get here. Skywrath being so brave trying to get the Wind Ranger.
Honestly, it was down to like maybe 50 HP. It would have happened too.
Papa Zen kind of in a spook zone, however, they do have a decent amount of armor and HP. Up top, Old Spice just waiting. Let me in! As the punches are coming out of Chef Stray. Cabin Sleeping Pod's gonna drop the stun. There goes the Shackle. It's gonna work. It's gonna hit the tree. Focus Fire from the Wind Ranger as the Silence goes down, and they're gonna just beat up on Old Spice. Doing the right thing.
4-on-1 situation. Where every spell gets cast on you. It doesn't matter how strong you are a dead Sven.
You might as well take your hands off keyboard. Down
Yeah.
bottom, Papa Zen trying to scope out their targets as Waffle Eats Pancakes is going to drop all the stuff it can onto Papa Zen. Cosmo coming in with the stun as well. Papa Zen just trying to walk away as Soul Catcher is about to come off of duration. There are 3 stacks of poison on Papa Zen. They do have the wand charges, and they're going to be stuck with the Eidolons punching them there. Winter Wyvern showing up to give that cold, chilly embrace.
That's a sweet, sweet cold hand. The cold hand of love from Wyvern.
Alright, so Bloodseeker gonna try to get this haste rune. They're in a little bit of trouble here as the Skywrath is gonna come forward. They don't have enough damage or for a mana for their ultimate.
Oh,
Bloodseeker gonna be able to walk away. The punch is going on to Skywrath here. Capping Sleepy Paws right there with the stun. Oh, it's just a little too far away.
Gonna use the shrine to mana up the Skywrath.
Radiant's top tower is
So
under
it's
attack.
Sven's got that blink.
Yeah, opting to go for Mask of Madness next. Feeling pretty confident.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Dire's middle tower
Blink on the
is under
Enigma
attack.
as well. We're looking at 10 seconds remaining on Black Hole. They're probably gonna look to rotate with this blink reveal. Wyvern coming up this hill. Oh no. Oh, I know this story all too well.
This is what you get when you mess around. Poor Winter Wyvern. We'll pour one out up top here. Unfortunately, they might happen to Shadow Demon as they're going to get caught out to silence the power shot. And Captain Sleepy Paws charging up the finger. Unfortunately, it's not going to go off on reserve.
Just flexing his finger.
Nah. So Sven in the side here. I don't believe they know they're there. In come the Enigma and the Invoker. Enigma does have Black Hole up. These 3 Radiant heroes are in more danger than they know. Impops to Sven, the perfect Stormbolt. However, they're going to be able to spread out before Enigma can drop their stuff. Radiant start backing up. Bloodseeker has no mana. The Hex is going to come out of the Sven. The Shackle on top of the Enigma and the Skywrath. The MP is going to get dropped. Silence has no mana. They do have a Clarity. Enigma backing up behind T1. Chef Stray looking for the perfect Witch's Curse. The hook does come out from Clockwork. Unfortunately, the Winter Wyvern was in the way. Out comes the slow. They're going to find the 5 out a little bit here. Invoker does have that tornado queued up. Out comes the Cold Snap. Poor Chef Stray being stunned into oblivion. Out comes the Cold Embrace, but it's not going to save you from the pure damage, from the magic damage of the Dire side. And down goes Winter Wyvern.
That was an unfortunate happening. Chef Stray saying, "Get down, Mr. President!" Jumping in front of the hook.
Middle tower could use some help.
To be fair, I don't know if that Clockwork would have been safe
Oh, no, he
behind
probably
tower.
died, so. It's like, hold me back, bro! Hold me back!
Papa Zen, if you hear this, you might want to thank your Winter Wyvern.
Saved you from getting devastated.
Better help Dire's middle
Died for your
tower.
sins.
He did die for your sins.
Dire's
Alright,
middle
so
tower
both
is
teams
under
just kind of chilling out for a second here. The Dire team looking to flex on top tower a little bit with the supports, with that sweet range damage. Shadow Demon trying to get some farm. For all the people who like to support, don't know if they're doing well, it's okay to take farm once in a while. If it's on the map, make sure you take it.
Make sure no one's looking first, and then you take
Tower
it.
has looked better.
Like when I'm playing techies. Don't
Oh.
say anything. Winter River gonna go on top of the Sven. Sven's gonna be able to blink into the jungle here. Lion is gonna find them out. Captain Sleepy Paws doing what Captain Sleepy Paws does best. Supported like a badass. The finger is available. The rupture is on the Sven. In comes Skywrath from behind, however, dropping the damage onto Wind Ranger. Will Wind Ranger survive? They're gonna get hit by this Arcane Bolt and go down. The Sven turns around. God Strength on. Bloodseeker is in, trying to do the damage. However, they're gonna go down to the damage. In comes Winter Wyvern. Last second. In comes the Winter Curse on top of the Enigma. The damage from the Skywrath. From the other one, and there comes Lion! The finger trying to go off, however, they still have time. They still have the finger. They are silenced. Stormbolt's going to drop the Lion, as the Dire side are going to pick up 3 for 1. Papa
Clockwork
Zen is here.
He's got that hook. He's cooking it.
Papa Zen looking for some fun. The support in the back line is pretty weak. Papa Zen gonna see Ronan Swanson as they turn the corner here. The EMP is gonna get dropped on the Winter Wyvern. They're gonna lose all their mana. Papa Zen accidentally missing their hook, going under tower. Ronan Swanson gonna be caught out by the dust, catching up to this Invoker. The cogs are available. They're trying not to use them unless they need them in a little bit here. They're gonna drop Ronan Swanson and move forward down the lane. Whew.
was a back and forth fight. A little bit of an overextension there from Marco's Angels. They could have just walked away from that. Instead, the rest of the team showed up and they got a counter kill.
Confidence is a double-edged sword in Dota 2. That is for sure. Definitely going the way the last game went as well with the back and forths here.
Just
Sven,
3k lead for Marco's Angels at the moment.
Sven's giving me flashbacks right now, however. He did slowly, just incrementally get stronger and stronger each fight, harder to drop. Papa Zen down bottom, going to be caught out by the Skywrath. The Blade Mail is popped. Silence going to throw the shackle. It's not going to latch onto anything. However, Chef Stray in a lot of trouble up top as the Meteor, as the fire from Invoker shows up, shows out. And Cosmo going to be the one to pick up that kill. Ooh. Poor Chef Stray. He's trying.
I think he's died 3 times going up that hill.
It is a dangerous hill to climb.
It is the hill he chose to die on.
So the rest of the Radiant team is out. Papa's then gonna stay down here on this T1 tower. A little spooky. It's a bit of a spook zone. They're gonna be able to duck into the trees here as either a path was cut or it's always been there. Not too sure.
Well, I am unsure. Well, I've lost
Papa's in.
One moment.
Oh, no problem. Papa Zen now going in on this fight. Chef Stray putting out the Witcher's Curse on time for the Skywrath, saving themselves. Cap and Sleepy Paws in a lot of trouble here. However, Papa Zen out in the front lines. The Blade Mail is popped. The Dire team gonna turn around, realizing that if they work together, the damage ain't that much. In pops Cosmo, Black Hole on top of Chef Stray. There goes the stun from Lion. However, it's gonna be a little too short as Chef Stray is gonna go down on the Winter Wyvern. Cosmo again securing a kill for their team.
Yeah, a one-man black hole is still a black hole that did not miss. Congratulations.
Confirmed kill as the Dire side are going to push down to this bottom T2. Skywrath looking to set up on Wind Ranger middle here. They're going to find the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger not going to get any spells off as the ulti comes out. Also the Arcane Bolts come out. Definitely a Wild Wild West shoot or be shot.
Yeah, whoever's got the faster trigger finger.
10%.
That's it. It's like Skywrath's got like a machine gun and Wind Ranger's got like an old style like manually loaded musket.
100%. Here come Marco's Angels using all that push power from Enigma and the Sven. Insane. Old Spice making perfect use of the spaces team has definitely gotten him, and as well as the timings for jumping into fights.
Yeah, if you hit your timing wrong as Sven, you come in when they still have like lockdown available. It's not a good look for you.
The Invoker looking to pick up Chef Stray here. Chef Stray going to be able to get away. Papa's then just missing that hook by a little bit there. Quaswax Invoker doing a lot of work in these 2 games that we've been watching here.
Yeah, pretty powerful. Pretty strong against. I mean, Clockwork and Invoker are kind of good against each other. Clockwork really needs that mana, so if he gets Tornado Empt, he's kind of just out of the fight.
Definitely a low mana here. Does he have a mana talent? No, he doesn't. I would have expected him to. So if you're on the side of SOTA, and only ask because they're down towers, they're not necessarily losing, what do you do here?
You need to pick off Skywrath, pretty much. He's devastating your team all around the map, and he's doing it as one person. He's just rolling around and getting kills. If they can get a pick on him, every fight after that becomes significantly easier. He's the vast majority of the damage. Sven does a little bit, but Skywrath is just nuking heroes down, especially with no magic resist on the side of the Radiant. Yeah, there's no pipe coming out. We got 2 Blade Mails, which is good against Skywrath, but he's still gonna kill you.
110%. So Blade Mail picked up on the Bloodseeker, looking to fight a little bit early here. Sven going across river, looking for the jungle. Chef Stray gonna see them, gonna get up in the air. The silence gets put on the ground. The stuns come up from Captain Sleepy Paws, and finally, a finger from Lion, securing the kill, as we say.
Secure the kill.
As the rest of the Dire team are setting up on top, the Enigma is gonna have ulti in about 30 seconds. Will the Radiant respond?
They're just waiting for that. Although they can easily take this T1 with the Eidolons here.
Insane amount of push thanks to that Enigma pick. Making
The
sure to
Dire,
utilize all of the other skills.
Yeah, the Dire manages to see everything that's happening down bottom. They know there's no heroes here, so they're going to go ahead and just take that push.
Vision is the future, ladies and gentlemen.
These 2
Make sure you
wards.
make use of it.
Let them see where everything is happening.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. I guess Radiant.
T2 in a lot of danger here as it looks as though SOTA is okay trading this T2 for a T1.
There. They want a few items up. Ooh, that did a surprisingly. I guess this is not an Exort Invoker, so that Sunstrike just tickled line.
Absolutely not. So something I noticed in game 1 in regards to playing a 4 Invoker is that you don't get talents. You don't put points in your talents. And Skywrath gonna get spotted out here. However, the ultimate does come down, almost melting Captain Sleepy Paws and her boy Chef Stray. The Rupture is gonna go out on top of the Enigma. The Black Hole is up. I don't know if White Rabbit's gonna move forward. The Sven is now here. Papa's then gonna bop into Sven, and Sven's just gonna back up. As they're going to wait for the Rupture to get off of Enigma to try to make something out of picking up both supports on the side of SOTA.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Aqua Saber now up, working on an Orchid, by the looks of it, for Sven. Probably going to get Bloodthorn. And Radiance now, the Relic is going to be up on White Rabbit, so this is going to be a good power spike for SotA when they get this Radiance properly up. It really nullifies Sven's effectiveness. That said, the Bloodthorn does remove some of the effectiveness of Radiance. Ooh, bounty runes.
Just battling it up. 9-16.
It looks like Papa Zen gonna go for an Aghanims as item 2, which is pretty standard build on Clockwork. Personally, I might go pipe this game, just because you need a pipe carrier somewhere on your team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Definitely against this huge magic damage lineup. However, Enigma, lots of pure damage coming out from Midnight Pulse and the Black Hole.
Sorry, I'm just watching this Bloodseeker run away from this Arcane Bolt for 25 minutes. Oh, there he goes.
Bloodseeker now almost getting that Radiance up. Oh boy. He's going to be spooky.
Almost there, just about halfway to the recipe, but if he dies here, it's not a good look.
Definitely needs to be careful. He does see the Enigma. Gonna drop down the Blood Ray and walk away.
Oh,
As soon as Wind Ranger gets BKB as well. Oh no, Bloodseeker in a lot of trouble. The Stormbolt and the Black Hole come out. The Blade Mail is up, but it's not gonna matter as space itself turns against our Bloodseeker and Sven keeps punching him in the face.
Definitely a bit of an overextension by Bloodseeker. He did not know where any of the enemy heroes were on the map except for maybe the Mid Invoker. And stuck his head out there and unfortunately paid the price.
However, with Bloodseeker's death is kind of a silver lining. God's Strength is down, Black Hole is down. The Dire team is not going to be able to push for another minute and a half at least. And Wind Ranger being caught out here. They're getting forced out by Captain Sleepy Paws, who is their best friend right now. Way to go, Captain Sleepy Paws.
Force Staff Paws. Saving his cores.
Silence trying to find Cosmo. Cosmo's going to move up. The Shackle is going to land, and there's the Focus Fire. This is going to be a dead Enigma.
Oh, yeah.
A good pickup for Silence, who gets 655 gold.
Did you see those little overlays about the Focus Fire kills on the side of the screen? Did those pop up for you?
No, you just have premium casting, apparently.
Yes, I do. It said 32, and then 33, and then 34 in quick succession. I'm like, that was worth 3 kills? Really strong vision coming out from Marco's Angel. These aggressive wards are just telling them what the whole team is doing pretty much at all times. They know there's a line mid, there's a clock, and a windy bottom. Whereas, actually, yeah, same aggressive wards
no, they
coming
both,
out from SotA. They both know where each other are. Both content to sit back and farm for a sec.
Really, really good warding from both teams. They just got to find those counter wards to pick out that
counter wards, yeah.
Oh, Papa Zen trying for the hook, really, really close, just tickling that Skywrath.
Just reaching, like when you drop your keys like under the couch and you're just like, get your arm and you're like, I can't quite make it. 5-person smoke keys coming out from SotA. If they can pick off a high value, actually any of these targets are pretty good.
Being patient, they're gonna see the Sven top, and that's the target.
Yeah, he's separated from his team. They have time to blow him up.
Does Sven know though? He
Sven
begins to
smells
back
it.
up, buys the
Oh.
TP, buys the Mighty X. However, Sven's gonna blink. There's the blink. Papa Zen on top of Sven. The rest of the team is coming from Shrine. The Shackle does go out. The Silence gets put on Silence. The BKB is up, however. So the Focus Fire is just going to continue on. Papa Zen's throwing down the cogs, dividing the team. Cosmo does not have Black Hole yet. However, throws down the Midnight Pulse. There's the Rupture on top of Ronan Swanson. They're going to go down. White Rabbit does have their Blade Mail up. It's going to do a decent amount of damage as Old Spice does pick off Winter Winford. Unfortunately now, Bloodseeker in a little bit of trouble. Thirst is up. Stormbolt is up in 3 seconds here as White Rabbit continues to run. There's the Atos. There's the rest of the magic damage coming out from OG as well as the punches from Old Spice.
Yeah, I think SotA had the right idea there to try to pick that Sven up, but they just didn't happen fast enough. If they'd maybe caught Sven when the Wind Ranger saw her there, you might have had time to burst him down before the whole team TP'd to that shrine and came in with the support.
So it looks like the Dire are going to set up on Roshan here. Or not. They're just checking.
Just put some poison stacks on the Roche, man.
Shadow Demon laying down the groundwork. The Radiant do scan and see that somebody is near Rose. Papa Zen gonna get caught out here. The Blade Mail's gonna go up. OG slowly killing themselves. There's the Force Staff from the from their Lion. Out down comes the ult from OG. Gonna pick off Papa Zen, unfortunately, for Papa Zen. Marco's Angels doing exactly what they need to do to carry away with this game, apparently. Do you think they need to make more concentrated efforts to push down the lanes on the side of Marco's Angels?
I think they're pretty happy to take these little one off and 2 off picks until Sven decides it's time to go. I think Sven wants one more item. He's got the BKB now, so I think he's ready to go. I think this is the point at which you take Roche and then you just go ham.
Absolutely. So it looks as though SOTA with their 4 heroes are going to position top here, looking for likely a pick or just to farm out the lane and the creeps. Marco's Angels looking to position on middle, it seems. Here comes the push down.
Sven 3k ahead in net worth right now on top of the Bloodseeker, but Wind Ranger is pretty close. Unfortunately, the 5, 4, and 3 from SotA are at the bottom of the chart, though. The 5, 4, and 3 from Marco's have managed to find a fair amount more farm.
Ooh. It definitely translates, especially when you're dealing with an Invoker in that 4 position. It's much like a Lina or a Mirana, wherein they get those items and all of a sudden they're kind of like a core. Oh, and on middle, Old Spice gonna find the Wind Ranger. They're gonna have the time to get out. Papa Zen hopping in, dropping the cogs, trying to protect their homie. However, Old Spice gonna be able to run here as Papa Zen gets put underneath the Skywrath ulti. The Blade Mail is out. They are gonna go down. In hops Cosmo. Cosmo now in a little bit of trouble as White Rabbit is on top of them. The Black Hole is available. BKB does come out. The Focus Fire was going, but Cosmo's gonna survive for just a few moments. Enough time to drop Silence. And unfortunately, Bloodseeker now in a lot of trouble as they're gonna get dropped as well. Old Spice using that cleave to bring down the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, instantly deleting Wind Ranger with that Blink God Strength Sun, or Blink Stun God Strength. That fight was about a 2,000 gold swing roughly for Marco's Angels, so just taking these little fights, walking away. Just increasing their net worth advantage. Yeah, you need to make some magic happen if you're Sons of the Ancient right now. You need to pick up the Skywrath. He's probably worth 1,200 gold when you kill him. And he's not a hard target to kill, assuming you've got the Shadow Demon under control and he won't banish him out.
Absolutely. I think it comes down to who goes on who at this point, and the Bloodseeker getting his BKB.
Yeah, and I want to see more smokes coming out from SotA. They did one, and unfortunately it didn't quite pan out, but I think that is still the strategy to pick the Skywrath up. Look how confident the Skywrath is. He's just down here in this jungle, literally alone. Not afraid of anything. Atos, Force Staff, Kaya. I mean, he's probably confident because he has a bottled haste. I'm not too afraid. Yules. Looks like Aghanim's next for Mr. Ronan Swanson. Sorry, it's Ma Ronan Swanson.
Ma Ronan.
Ma Ronan.
Ma Ronan. Dad jokes for days. Alright. So, Chef Stray gonna get some sight here in the Radiant jungle. Hoping to scope out.
What is double Demon Edge?
Uh-oh. Chef Stray being spotted out here. The Enigma moving forward. Bloodseeker does see them all, and he's gonna come in. Just say, hey, man. Leave Chef Stray alone. He's doing the best. I think that, oh, for Sven, it was definitely finishing the Daedalus and then moving into MKB.
That's what it is,
Like,
right?
he did the two of them.
Makes sense.
So Sven, now the spookiest boy on the map.
He's terrifying. Sven can pretty much delete all their heroes in about 3 hits, except maybe Bloodseeker because of the radiant.
All it takes is one black hole as both teams are getting very close to one another. Papa's then gonna throw the hook, just missing the Invoker. Invoker gonna juggle some balls.
Juggling on us.
Sven waiting to join the fight afterwards. They're not
Sven's-
TPing out.
Sven's
just
down
waiting.
there, like so. It's not, oh, he's just hiding. He's hiding.
There's the war cry. And here comes the fight. As the Cogs do go out on top of the Skywrath, they are going to force that away. Enigma going to drop the black hole on top of the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker, Blade Mill going to go down, and unfortunately in a lot of trouble here as Captain Sleepwatch tries to save them. Skywrath Mage, the OG, the original OG JC Penny, going to put a lot of damage onto Papa Zen. Papa Zen going to go down to the Arcane Bolt, and here comes Windranger getting picked up by the other 4 Dire heroes. The Bloodseeker going to try to come back in here with a buyback, and if he dies here, it puts his team in a horrible position. Bloodseeker going to go down.
Yep, they can take a free racks off this, maybe 2 sets entirely. It's unfortunate. They just didn't act fast enough, and now Sven is just a monster. Like, you pretty much can't fight him anymore. You need to like just defend high ground and hope that they throw a fight, essentially. They're gonna probably take a racks and then back out to do Roche, I'm guessing. With Black Hole down and God Strength down.
It's possible. They have a minute on both the main cores of SOTA. They could just go for Throne.
Yeah, they have the time, but that might be an overextension without their big spells up. They don't know how many buybacks are available. Like, they don't know if Windy has buyback, right? So it's a bit of a risky play. Like, I know she doesn't have buyback, but...
So it looks as though they're gonna just opt for taking these racks. Pretty good idea.
And there's the disengage.
Yep, backing out, playing it safe. It does give SOTA a chance to get back in here. If this Bloodseeker gets his BKB, and they take just the right fight.
Yeah, you really need a fight where Sven isn't blinking on you with his BKB on. Once that fight started that way, it's essentially over. That said, a really clutch Cold Embrace just prevents all of Sven's damage, right?
Absolutely. It can wipe out the Skywrath if placed properly.
Oh yeah, if you hit you mean a Winter's Curse. I was talking about like the Cold Embrace, which just makes you physically immune, right?
Oh, sorry, yes. Cold Embrace definitely screws over Sven, 110%.
Making the smart call of quickly grabbing shrines, taking them out fast, moving that enemy map position. Papa Zen, a dangerous situation.
Papa Zen trying to move away here. The Sven's gonna pop God Strike. Here comes the blink forward. He's gonna find Papa Zen. Will Papa Zen pop the Blade Mail in time? And out comes the stun. Out comes the slow. Oh, Skyrath's getting pushed away. Captain Sleepwatch pulling him in. Here's the 3-man black hole. Here comes the stun strike. Gonna drop Papa Zen. And now the Radiant side in a lot of trouble as OG is gonna find White Rabbit out. And in comes Old Spice dropping Captain Sleepy Paws. OG moving on top of this Bloodseeker. The full embrace going out. There's the heal. There's the Winter's Curse. Trying to keep his Bloodseeker alive. As the 3 heroes of the Dire coming in here, they do see the Skywrath. Out comes the Shackles, and this might be Skywrath's death. That is 956 gold going the way of Bloodseeker as that 10 times kill spree is off. The Invoker is going to keep pushing top here with the 2 catapults on the T3.
Yep, Aghanim's up for Invokers. He's going to be much more effective now in his role. I honestly thought the Skywrath was getting out there, but the Windranger with the clutch last second find. Managing to finally secure the kill on this Skywrath. 70 seconds now, but they have pretty much freedom. I mean, freedom to stay together is 5, or else Sven will kill you, but freedom to move around the map.
So the first kill on OG JC,
The original
on the
OG
original
JC
OG JC Petty as Skywrath Mage.
You know what? For short, let's just call him, like instead of the original, like we'll call him TOOGJCP. It's a lot easier.
I've just been saying OG. OG works for
How
me.
about Toog Jizba?
Two Jizba? You know, that's pretty, that's reasonable.
If you're gonna make your name hard to pronounce, we're gonna change it.
So the Dire team making a lot of work. Windranger is going to be able to see this Invoker. Oh, they do run by as they pass in the night. Clockwork going on top of Waffle Eats Pancakes, trying to drop this Shadow Demon before he gets a chance to disrupt himself. The Rupture does come out. Sven off to the side here. God Strength is available. The Radiant team, however, right behind Papa Zen. Oh, Papa Zen playing a dangerous game as Sven comes in and drops him with four hits.
Hits, 4 big. I mean, to be fair, if somebody hit me with that sword, it wouldn't take 4 hits. Down in 1.
So these wards making it perfectly acceptable for Old Spice to hop on top of Clockwork there.
That should tell SotA that there's a ward quite literally on the spot, right? Like there's an uphill blink with God's Strength on. Like he's got a ward.
It absolutely should. So SOTA still in this, however. The Bloodseeker working up this BKB, and as soon as that BKB is up, Bloodseeker can just chase Skywrath to his heart's content.
So the Blade Mails were a good idea in theory, but Skywrath had such a lead that he could eat his own damage that he was putting out because he had so much so many levels.
Absolutely. So Silence with the BKB and Maelstrom, I think it'd be value to get a blink on this Wind Ranger.
So it looks like they're still hunting. Okay, they backing away.
Smoke is gonna pop. The Dire don't necessarily know they're in the jungle. They can definitely suspect it. As both teams just gonna kind of farm. It seems as though some pressure is going to come on bottom here.
Aghanim's coming up slowly on this Skywrath. That's going to be another big power spike for them.
So those of you watching in the client, I see there are 5 of you, which is so cool. And those of you watching on the stream, I'm not going to check that. Thank you so much for joining us for We Like Dota League. If you do want to sign up, it's a podcast primarily, but they do run this league every winter.
Every year, I believe. Every summer they start. It starts in August, I believe, every year. Feel free to join us in our Discord server. And you will have myself and Juvu casting your games, which pretty much makes you a professional Dota player. So,
as long as we're not playing you, we will cast your game.
And if you beat
right.
us in bracket, we will talk shit about you.
Papa Zen gonna go in on Roche here. Roche almost close to dead. However, there's the damage gonna be dropped on it. Old Spice is still gonna be able to secure the Aegis. Bloodseeker now in a lot of trouble. The Winter's Curse does come out on top of Sven as OG is gonna pick up Captain Sleepy Paws. The Sven gonna lose Aegis as their team does an insane amount of damage to them. In drops Cosmo. Cosmo does have Black Hole on top of the Bloodseeker. White Rabbit in a lot of trouble. They're gonna go down. Silence trying to do their best to help. There goes the Yules from Invoker on top of that Wind Ranger. The BKB is gonna be popped. Wind Run is about to be available. Wind Run is going. They are invisible. There is no reveal. It seems. Oh, it doesn't even matter. As the Dire side do find Silence and are able to drop Silence. Silence does have buyback though. Buyback does come out.
Have everybody but the Bloodseeker for this upcoming push, and they managed to take the Aegis out with a very well-timed Blood Right from Bloodseeker that immediately popped after Winter's Curse. So Winter Wyvern keeping him in that fight there with that Winter's Curse.
That was a huge Winter's Curse. Big props to Chef Stray. Wind Ranger does have Focus Fire back up. God's Strength is not up on Sven, so it seems as though they're just going to back off for now. As the triangle is farmed out.
Silence is cooking about 3,500 gold at the moment. I wonder if that's going to become an MKB, just for the more pure damage coming out from Focus Fire, or if they're going to try for something else.
Did Silence pick up a kill that fight? Has this man just been cooking 5,000 gold?
3,500. Or who are you talking about?
Yeah, but Silence bought back.
Oh, yeah, I think he's been cooking 5,000 gold.
My God.
My lord.
Could you please spend that, sir?
Aghanim's up on Shadow Demon is actually super clutch. You can just pretty much blow up anybody you want. It's like, what, 900 or 1,000 damage delayed?
And it gives break now as well, so Bloodseeker is going to lose that thirst if that Shadow Demon puts it on them. Drastically dropping movement speed and attack speed of Bloodseeker. Ruthless.
Looks like they managed to hold for Bloodseeker's up now, so they got that BKB up. They managed to hold. Didn't lose anything off of that.
They're going to hold for the next 30 seconds so that Enigma can get this black hole back up. As we're going to move into likely what could be the final fight of this game, or the underdog story we've been waiting for. 15 to 37, a huge lead going the way of Marco's Angels. However, the heart of Sons of the Ancient, not letting them give up, not letting them waver. They refuse to give ground.
Yeah, if they take a good uphill fight here, they could easily come back.
Uh-oh, and Old Spice boldly walking up the hill to rupture the silence. Going to be put down. Skywrath with that Aghanim Scepter. In comes Enigma looking for the right target to Black Hole, and they're going to put it on top of Bloodseeker. However, Papa Zen going to zone everyone out for White Rabbit. White Rabbit going in, BKB up. OG going to be able to drop Papa Zen. Bloodseeker going to have to back up a little bit here as Wind Wyvern's going to keep spamming these shards. However, now down one hero. Oh no! Bloodseeker being caught out by the Skywrath's Atos. The ulti does come down. The ultimate end. Windranger trying to get away. Out comes the Purge. Out comes the break. Windranger still moving towards that fountain. Invisible from Windrun because it's broken. The GG gets called by Captain Sleepy Paws. And that is the end of this series. Marco's Angels going to be moving forward in the lower bracket.
Oh, is this lower bracket game?
Yes, this is the lower bracket game.
Yeah, so moving ahead to the quarterfinals, semifinals of lower bracket, I believe.
I think it's quarter. It's a quarterfinals, pretty sure.
That makes sense. All right, let's have a look at these stats.
Okay, so giving support of the game out. Who doth I give it to?
Ooh. Let's see here. I honestly think Ronan Swanson. The 4 Invoker did a lot of work, despite the fact that he only bought 3 wards and 9 sentries. He let his poor Shadow Demon buy everything else. Some really good tornadoes that turned a lot of fights. What do you think?
Super fair, huge utility. I'm gonna give it to Captain Sleepy Paws.
Oh, yeah.
4 staff studs all on point.
Yeah, honestly, really saving his core several times with that 4 staff, and just the tip of the edge earth spikes too that are managing to connect. So well played by both.
Absolutely. Having seen both games, I give the overall MVP. Oh Jesus, Zach, that's actually super hard. I give the overall MVP could go to OG. However, he was so dominant in the games. I'm gonna give it to somebody else. I'm gonna give it to Ronan Swanson.
Yeah.
On the 4 Invoker. I think that it just created so much action.
Yeah. Yeah, and he still managed to get the farm out, even though he was playing that position 4. He ended the game with Yule's Aghanims and almost a Lincoln's. So that's pretty good for a pause 4.
It's absolutely insane.
Right, well done.
All right.
All right, I think that is it for us tonight.
Okay, take it easy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.